So this is not the kind of video I would typically make, but I feel like making it because it's such an interesting topic. So let me explain it to you. First, to get an understanding of what's going on, you need to know a bit about light. So it should be fairly obvious that light has to travel just like anything else. And when light hits an object, it reflects the different colors off of it. This is the reason why you can see anything at all. So the things around you are reflecting light. The only thing that doesn't reflect light is a black hole, but that's only because the gravity is so strong that it doesn't let it escape. So, like anything, it takes time for light to get from one place to another. In fact, light speed is the fastest possible speed. Nothing can be faster than it. So when you hear the term light year, it describes how far light goes in 1 year. So, if something is, say, 5 light years away, that means the light reflecting off it is coming from about 5 years ago. So we're basically seeing what it looked like 5 years ago. So here's where things get interesting. Let's say we could send a satellite through a wormhole of some sort. Now, the satellite is sent, let's say, 3 light years away. Since the light reflecting off the Earth would be 3 years away, the light you would be seeing from it would actually be from 3 years ago. So what would you see? Well, let's say you had a really good camera and telescope on the satellite, and you could zoom in really far, like far enough to see what was going on the Earth. Would you be able to see in detail what was happening 3 years ago? It definitely sounds very interesting, but let's go farther. Let's say we could send the satellite 2,000 light years away, and of course had a good enough camera to pick up the light reflecting off the Earth. What would it look like? Would we be able to see 2,000 years in the past in full motion? Well, this is what I call the past light hypothesis. So would this even be possible? Well, to get the answer out of the way, no. To even get this to work, we would need a wormhole or teleportation device of some sort. It would require us to bypass the speed of light. You see, in order to see into the past, we would need to go ahead of the current stream of light, and that's only possible if you can travel faster than light. That's why we would need something to instantaneously bring us where we want to go. Think of light as a stream. If we were sent 3 light years away from the Earth, it would put us 3 years into the current stream. And the only reason we would be able to see the Earth is because the light from the sun is reflecting off of it, just like everything else. Even what you are seeing in front of you now, your screen, is slightly in the past. And that's because of the time it takes for the light to get from the screen to your eyes. So all the light you see is in the past. None of it is in the present. Of course it's not much, not noticeable or anything, but it is there. More on light though. The reason why we can't just send a satellite out super fast is because even if it was going at the speed of light, all it would simply do is keep up with light. It would appear as if everything was frozen in time. So even just driving a car slows down time. This is because we may not keep up with light, but at least we're moving with it. The faster you move, the slower light is around you. This doesn't affect you in your everyday life, but it does exist. Time and space is an odd thing. Sometimes it might even be a bit hard to comprehend. When looking out at the stars, the light coming from them is many years old, so the farther things are away from us, the older we're seeing them. For example, a supernova 1 million light years away may not even exist, but the light from it still does. Sadly, all this can ever be is a hypothesis, because there's no way we would ever be able to test seeing into the past as described. We don't have a magical wormhole or something to instantaneously send a satellite out into space. And beyond that, we don't currently even have a good enough camera to see in detail what was happening on Earth. And not only that, but even if we had a good enough camera to see what was happening, we wouldn't be able to send a video file back because it would take many years for it to arrive. Especially if the satellite was 2,000 light years away. If it were that far away, it would take files more than 2,000 years to even reach us. The reason for this is because even if the file was traveling at the speed of light, it still takes a year for light to even go 1 light year, as I explained earlier. It would be awesome to be able to see into the past, and it would be quite useful too. But sadly, it would be too inconvenient and too hard to do in the real world. The idea will always be there, but never will it be a possibility. I wanted to make this video for quite some time now, and by the way, I have no credit to give but myself, because I'm the one that came up with this hypothesis in the first place. I'm sure there are other people with knowledge of this, but as far as I know, no one else has talked about it. Either way, I have some other interesting ideas that I believe you will like, but those videos will be coming out later. For now, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, it's not like anything I've ever done before, but I hope to do more like it. Anyway though, I want to thank you all for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. I will see you all next time.